Hello, my friends. Welcome in or welcome back. My name is Amanda, and today we have 3 piles with unique messages from your angels, ancestors, and/or spirit guides. If you're ready to get into it, you can find the timestamp for your reading in the description box or pinned comments. However, if you'd like me to introduce you to the piles, let me do that now. For pile number 1, we have the Dragon Stone. Or pardon me, this is the Amazonite. For pile number 2, we have the Carnelian Agate. And for pile number 3, we have the Serpentine. So use your intuition to choose the pile that is calling to you the most, then click on the timestamp in the description box or pinned comments to skip to your reading, and we will see you over there. Hello, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So let's see which card you chose. First off, you chose the Amazonite stone with the 10th house, which is ambition. Now, there's also a chess set here, which also gives me the feeling of logic, strategy. This is about your social standing, your career or work, contributions to society, your reputation, social standing, etc. Ultimately, it's about the work that you put in and the recognition that you gain for it, or the reputation that you gain for it. And there's a real sense of strategy here. There could be somebody in the room that is either linked to sales or marketing. You could be a brand strategist. You could be an influencer online, on social media. But I feel like you're very tactful. You're very tactful and strategic in what you do. Everything is very planned out and methodical. And you could have a large group of friends or a large network, a large following. So I don't know if that's what Spirit wants to talk about today, or if there are other messages. First, we are going to get 2 cards. Maybe 1. Let's see. We'll do 1 and then another. We're going to get 2 oracle cards to open your reading. And let's see what angel, ancestor, or spirit guide is for pile 1, group 1. For group 1, Spirit, please identify the angel, ancestor, or spirit guide for group 1, collective. Okay. Ooh, Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. So I get a lot of creative energy with that. I definitely feel that this ancestor or spirit guide is very creative, or is in your life to support your creativity, to support any creations you want to bring to life, maybe manifestation. This is somebody who is guiding you along some kind of, maybe a project or some kind of magical journey. You could even practice magic, so you could have that connection to them as well. And ancestor could be anybody that has passed in your lifetime or previous lifetimes. And maybe they have the message there of unlocking or helping you unlock the magic within. And then we have the balance card, which is Libra energy. And again, we both have angel wings here. So I do feel it is of the angelic realm. But of course, please take that if it resonates with you. If not, could be an ancestor or a guide, obviously, as well. And the balance card. So I feel there's some kind of balance that they're trying to help you gain, maybe even certain level of skills that they're trying to help you embody or learn. And also I feel they're trying to help you find balance, or help you find your way, find your strategy, find your logic, and bring all of these elements together to be able to move forward in a direction that feels balanced. So when I see the unlock magic, and then I see these, it's almost like it's unlocking, or this spirit guide or ancestors helping you unlock certain aspects of yourself that will help you with I want to say the game that you're playing, because I'm referencing this oracle card, but it's like they're helping you unlock all these skills, or unlock all of these kind of sides of you, to be able to win the game. Not just play the game, but win the game. Whatever game that might be. So let's get some more oracle cards. A couple more. Is that 2? That's too many. Just 2, please. For group 1, please. All right. So we have Tough Love with Lavender. This could be a grandmother figure. This could be somebody that maybe you drank tea with, or maybe lavender is a smell that you associate with this person. Appreciate the process, I feel, is part of their message here, and that could be what they're helping you with, or kind of what they're guiding you along. And I almost get with this bull energy is charging forward to find your stability. And appreciating the process, I feel like you are gaining skills that you never would have had you not been not be where you are. So I think this is part of their tough love, to help you learn this lesson the tough way, but also the most efficient way to help you get to your goal faster, if that makes any sense. Charging ahead is what I hear. Towards your abundance, towards your happiness, and happily ever after here. So I feel like in this process, you might feel a little scattered, but don't worry, this is kind of helping you bring balance, more abundance, and more stability in your life through this process, through this game that you might feel like you're playing and maybe not winning at. So let's take a peek at some tarot cards to get a little more detail on this entity, spirit, guide, guardian, ancestor for group 1. One more, spirit. Whatever this, it's a very strong, she's very strong, and I feel it is a female energy, regardless of gender. So we have the Page of Pentacles here. We have the 5 of Swords in the reverse position, and we have the Devil card in the reverse position. So this person, I feel, is really protecting you from, oh my goodness, all of this negative energy that might distract you, pull you off track, get you into hot water, move you away from the process. And I feel like that's kind of the hidden balance that you don't really see, is this protection, this circle of protection that this guardian, this spirit, this ancestor has, or is helping you with, because they are trying to guide you. So not only are they trying to guide you through a specific process, but they're also protecting you from conflict, external conflict. They're also protecting you from any energies that might pull you into a bad way, trying to help you heal from toxic thinking, toxic way of feeling about oneself. So she could be sending you people. She used that as it. I'm going to use they because I don't know. I'm just getting a very feminine energy. Apologies. So this spirit is definitely keeping you safe. You might see or observe people, situations, and you really get a sense that I need to stay far, far away from this. And you might even get physical sensations when you come amongst these people or interact with these people, or you get into a situation that you feel a little bit uncomfortable with or a little bit frustrated with, you have a very strong feeling or reaction about something or someone. And that is kind of the feeling of that protection, because it's like, you know, deep down that this person isn't for you, that situation isn't for you, this location or this decision that you're going to make isn't for you. You have almost a visceral feeling, and that is that protection that is keeping you away from this conflicted energy, that is keeping you away from the ties that bind to something that might not be for your highest good. And just as I say that, I just looked at the bottom of the deck. We have the Nine of Wands. So that to me is just, you shall not pass. And I feel like there's this buffer around you that even though you're interacting with these people or in certain situations, it might impact you or affect you kind of on the day-to-day, like, ooh, that wasn't good, or that was uncomfortable. But in the whole grand scheme of things, it's not pulling you in. These people aren't trying to lure you into something, and if they are, then you have some kind of easy out. Let's talk about this page, though. This is very youthful energy. I feel like they've been around you since possibly childhood, and they're helping you bring focus to something. Could be this goal or this process or project that you're working towards, even if it's just moving through life. And very focused energy, very something's in its immaturity stage right now. So it's not quite developed. It might just be an idea or something that you're starting with in the physical three-dimensional world. And now that you've started this thing that you're kind of unsure about, it's in its young stages, whatever it is, they're going to help you take that to full abundance and manifestation. So it is going to be a process. You still have some steps to take. And I think part of the message here, if you are, we have to take a little bit of responsibility. We can't rely on spirits, guardians, or angels or ancestors to protect us in bad situations. We have to be very discerning. So I feel like discernment is also going to help, obviously. So not only in the universal energies, you are kind of dodging certain people or situations, but I feel like you also need to bring awareness and have discernment about people, places, situations to ensure that you're not getting yourself into a situation that you know is bad. So it gives you those feelings. It kind of makes you it doesn't make you feel good. Whether that is people or the situation, and it may get you into some conflicted energies or energies that are toxic or just not healthy to do in the long term. So it's not going to benefit you in the long term. So I think you have to bring your three-dimensional decision making and your strategy to the game. Spirit is helping you kind of on an energetic level, pardon me. But now it's up to you to kind of also put your hand on that torch and run with Spirit. That was a strange analogy. I don't know if some of you are marathon runners, but yeah, that just came through with the torch. So let's get a couple more cards. Angels, spirits, guides of group 1. Couple more cards to end the reading. Angels, spirits, guides. And let me know if this is resonating with the comment down below, or let me know if you like this format. It's a little bit different than what I've done in the past. I was actually guided to do this reading and guided to do this particular spread of cards in this particular way, but yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, here we go. Ooh. So we have a change in the wind. Yes, so I think that your spirit or guide ancestor is helping you through some kind of significant change in your life right now, and is helping you keep that balance while you're moving through this change. I feel like it's relatively something big too, because it's like the zebra is losing its stripes, so it's almost like a transition from one chapter to the next, or you could be closing out some kind of karmic cycle if you believe in that. But I do feel like the winds are changing, things are shifting, and that could also be because of the decisions that you're making, the logic and the the methodology, or the method that you're bringing to the process as well. So stay on that. I don't feel like that's something to let up now. And then you have time to go. See, it is definitely a change in the wind, and it's a new chapter. It's time to go. You no longer belong here. So that is why the process needs to be a little, not necessarily appreciated, because it sometimes isn't necessarily fun to go through this, but I feel like there needs to be a sense of trust and a little bit of surrender to the outcome and the results. You can only control what is in your day-to-day and what is within your power to do so. The rest is kind of up to other people and universal energies at play, but it's definitely you're moving towards a new doorway, a new chapter. And I feel like this guardian is here to help you through that particular doorway. You're almost there, and as you can see, this girl is kind of midway on this bridge, and the doorway is at the very end down there. So I feel like you can almost feel the end, but you're not quite sure when it's going to be done, when this process is going to be complete. But I have a feeling that you will know, because I do feel like you have a very strong connection with this spirit or ancestor, and it's almost like I want to bring up synchronicities. So feathers could be a significant, have significant meaning to you. Take note of any white or yellow or orange feathers that you kind of see out of the blue. That might be a message from this particular spirit guide. I'm getting a name, Angie, Angelina, Andrea. So that could be your name. That could be the name of your ancestor. Angelina, did I say that? Angeria. Okay, something with an A-N-G or an A-N. This is the first time this has happened, folks. So welcome to the new chapter. Just trying to see if I can see anything else for you here, Group 1. Going back to this opening card, they could be a very logical person. They could have played chess as well, if you remember them in your life at any point in time. If you see a cow or a bull, that could also be something. Bunnies as well. I don't know if you'll see tigers, though, depending on where you are. I mean, it doesn't have to be in the physical, where you actually see a tiger out in the wild. This could be in a magazine, on TV. You could hear about it on a podcast or something. And, zebras are another thing as well. So there's some animal references here. And this is all I'm getting for you, Group 1. I hope you found some clarity and guidance and deeper connection with your ancestor or spirit. With gratitude, I'm sending you my love, and we'll see you in your next reading. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. So you chose the Carnelian Agate with the Venus card. This is a planet of beauty, relationships, harmony, art. So you could be somebody who is very sensitive person. You are not afraid of your emotions. You have a lot of hope. You're an optimist. You could be somebody who loves roses, or roses could be or have very strong symbolism to you, as well as the ocean, white doves. Yeah, there's lots of hope here, lots of love, relationship energy. This could also be self-love as well. So let's see what angel, ancestor, or spirit would like to come through for Group 2. Strongest energy, please. let's identify the angel, ancestor, or spirit for group 2. Strongest qualities. Group 2. It's too many, dear spirit. There's a few in the room. There's a few in the room. Okay. That one came out the strongest, so I'm going to take it. Okay, so it's a guardian angel, folks. Again, we have another white feather. White feathers came out in group 1 as well. Really wild stuff here. We have also a white feather in this card as well. And I think that there is a sense, or they're trying to tell you that you are not alone. And so when you see white feathers, and that doesn't have to be in the physical world, it could be on TV, in an ad, in a magazine, anywhere really, on a greeting card. Just keep your eyes peeled for the white feather, because that is your guardian angel, a very, very high being. It is, I think that is kind of the one level before spirit or universe. So it's very, I think that they are guiding you to higher ground, to have a higher purpose, to give people hope. You could be a healer of some kind yourself, so they are helping you along that journey. Let's see, what else? Star Wars could be, I don't know why Star Wars came to mind. I think somebody's watching it next door, and I can hear some of the dialogue. But Star Wars, there could be a connection to Star Wars. I don't know if that's to the angel, or if it's one of your favorite movies. We're going to get one more for group 2. Thank you. Okay, so you could be experiencing some significant disruption in your life, some significant moment where you are feeling really dysregulated. You could be experiencing a lot of shifts in your internal foundation, your physical foundation, your relationship foundations. And so I feel that could be why the guardian angel is here and with you, is because this is a really big shift. So I don't want to swear, but it's really big is what I wanted to say. Get rid of the F in the word shift and you'll figure out what I said, but it's really big. So I feel like it needed a higher being, the highest being outside of God or spiritual or spirit or universal energy source. So this is, I just feel like there's a tower moment happening in your life, whether that is something that you decided for yourself that you were going to make significant changes in your life, or this is something that comes unexpectedly and at a surprise. I'm getting the imagery of Jenga, so Jenga could relate to somebody out there. Missing pieces. I also get that maybe you feel like you're missing certain pieces in your life, and that could be a love relationship, or that could be friendship, or that could be self-love, where you're not able to regulate yourself in ways, or nurture yourself in ways that you maybe wished you could, or maybe you lean on others to do that for you. So this could be a period of time where it's time to put the pieces back together again. And I'm getting the image of Humpty Dumpty. So I don't think the wall, like Humpty Dumpty may have fallen off the wall, but I feel like the spirit guardian angel is helping put you back together again. And I think it's going to be in a much stronger way. And I'm getting there's a Japanese technique of taking broken ceramic and plating them with gold. I can't remember what it's called. You can let me know in the comments, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. You being put back together and being forged with gold, so you're much more beautiful on the other side of this than you were before. Even though before you were beautiful, you are even more so because you are unique, and you are developing some sense of really unique traits or these experiences are helping you grow and be shaped in a really significant way. Now, I will put an asterisk on that, and this is going to exclude trauma or any kind of significant, serious, dire experience that you might be going through at this time. I don't want to make it seem like that might be the best thing for you, because it's not. This is kind of speaking to the more benign experiences, even though they might not feel benign, where, you know, a relationship falls away and we're now left to put our lives back together again. Those are kind of the significant shifts I'm speaking about at this time. And I really think that angels, this guardian angel is here to help you through that. So let's get a couple more cards. Angel. I think that one was coming out. Steady on. Okay. And one more. Thanks. Ooh. Okay, so steady on and defying gravity. I'm going to keep these up for, actually, I'm going to read a little bit from the guidebook, and then I will show them to you up close when I read some messages. But first, let me just get my intuitive hits on this. I do feel full moon energy is coming through on the Steady On card, as well as I get foundations here. Because we have a little house at the top of this, what looks like a hill, but it's actually a tortoise, pardon me. I was going to say Turtle Island, which is the indigenous name for North America. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. You could be from North America, you could be living in North America somewhere, and we're speaking about your foundations, your home, your family, the things that make you feel grounded and stable. And there's a message here of steady on. And it's about moving slowly and steadily. I feel like this guardian angel is quite ancient as well, because the tortoise is just kind of, it has that ancient quality. And other species have changed, evolved, and shifted, but the tortoise has remained steadfast in who they are. And I feel like that's part of your message here too, is that it's okay to be a slow bloomer. It's okay for things to unfold slower than the rest of the world. You didn't miss the boat simply because your first few decades have passed. It's time to hunker down, connect with the earth, take a siesta, slow and steady, and having that balance, especially in the face of disruption. And the reishi is defying gravity, and this little worm on this thing is just, it's in the middle, and it's going up and up and up, and using these stepping stones to move higher and higher and higher. And that's kind of what I felt with this disruption and the eggshell being broken and put back together with gold, is that you're moving higher. There's some elevation or ascension happening here, and you are leveling up. You are going from bargain basement shopping to Gucci, if that's your thing. But I do get a sense of elegance here. So you could be up-leveling in some way in your life, but right now you might not know it or feel it. So let's get a few tarot cards now to clarify. And what's interesting is that the assumption is, especially if something has wings, it can fly. And that's kind of defying gravity too. So that's just kind of not a workaround, but a loose interpretation, or another interpretation of how angels get around. They defy gravity. Goodness. I'm going to get a drink of water after this. So we have, I think this one came out first. They're all in reverse, my friends. So we have the Four of Wands, which is that house, home, and spiritual foundations, which I feel you might be challenged with right now. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And instead of this being work in the external world where we're putting in hard work, we're learning, we're putting in that effort to perfect something in our jobs or careers or in our home, for example. This is more internal work that we're doing because it's in reverse. So I think like the guardian angel is really helping you here with that internal work, that spiritual work that is coming with the possible rocking of your foundations here. And then, yeah, we have the 9 of Swords, but it is in reverse. So I feel like the guardian angel is helping you through this process of doing that inner work, maybe that shadow work, to help you release some things that are keeping you stuck in a certain thought pattern, or to help you deal with worries, to help you deal with stresses, to help you deal with thoughts that are ongoing that can't be stopped, that rumination that happens, especially at night when things get quiet and dark. So I feel like your guardian angel is really here to help you move through that at a slow and steady pace. This is not something to be rushed. This is perfected work with this 8 of Pentacles. So it's not just about doing something once and we're good to go forever. This is about that continual showing up to do the work and putting in that time, that effort, those resources in order to start to see change and defy gravity. But it's going to take time. It's going to be a slow and steady burn. But I feel you're being supported here as, you know, our earth supports us. And as this turtle is supporting that home, I really feel like you are being, that is definitely a feeling that I'm getting, that you are being supported at this time. So let's get a couple of cards. Yeah. So I'm going to take the 2 that are upright. So you have To the Sea. It feels like a very solemn energy as you are reluctantly going out into this, what looks like a paper boat. So you're packing lightly here. You're traveling lightly here. And you're not even looking through the binoculars or looking at the direction that you're going. You're almost just letting things flow. And that could be part of that experience as well, is, you know, if you can't change the circumstances, then it's almost like there's a sense of surrender here, of not surrendering to the point of giving up, but surrendering to the journey, surrendering to the outcome and the results that are happening in this chaotic mess. I feel like this is mud that you're sledging through, and it's going to be slow, and it's like you've been pushed out to sea with no oars here, and so there's no choice but to go with the flow, even though it's not the best place and most ideal place that you'd like to be in. But I will give you a little sense of hope here, as we have the happy underneath, which came out secondary to that. So I really feel like you're moving out from wherever you are going and moving into this happy, and we are ending with a very similar beginning energy. So I do feel very strongly that this disruption, as difficult and challenging and awful as it may be, I do feel like it's moving you to a higher place, to higher ground. And I also get higher ground with this house as well. So by the next full moon, you might start to see the things improve for yourself, even though the situation itself might have not improved. Some synchronicities that could be part of communication with your guardian angel: obviously feathers, maybe mushrooms, or caterpillars, butterflies, turtles. And obviously you don't have to see these in the wild. You could see these on books. You could see these or hear about them on the radio or on a podcast or online somewhere. So definitely keep your eyes open. I do also get stars. And again, I get that elevated energy of defying gravity and moving on up. And did I say turtles? But turtles and doves. Turtle doves. Oh, interesting. Turtles and doves, or turtle doves, could be part of your spirit guide communication with you, as well as red roses. So To the Sea, I feel I'm also getting timing on this one, or both of these actually. In 7 months, you are going to be moving through this process of moving on and going out to sea and maybe exploring. In the next 26 months, possibly 2 years, you're going to be in an entirely different space. You'll have to come back in a couple of years and comment on this video or another video that I have up. Hopefully I'm still around, to share what this was all about, and to let me know if you ever found this happy. But I do feel like there is a guardian angel here to move you through or help you through this energy. And this isn't to say that we need to remove all responsibility and rely on these unseen beings to do all the work for us. We have to do our own work in this equation. In order for it to actually work, we have to put in the time, the energy, the effort. We also have to make discerning decisions and make sure our choices are aligned with where we want to go. So group 2, this is what I have for you. I hope you found some clarity, comfort, and guidance today. With gratitude, I'm sending you my love, and we'll see you in your next reading. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. So you chose the Serpentine stone with the Virgo card. So you could be a Virgo yourself. Maybe your ancestor was a Virgo. Somebody that's very humble, altruistic, logical, organized, responsible, but maybe overly critical as well, nitpicky, a bit of a perfectionist. So take that as it resonates, but I almost get the sense that it's some kind of angel being, just because of the wings and because of the crown. I don't know, do spirits have wings? I don't know. Guardians? I don't know. What kind of being has wings other than angels? All right, spirit, angel, ancestor, guardian, whoever you are for group 3, strongest energy, please identify yourself. For group 3, please. Strongest energy for group 3, angel, ancestor, mirror guardian. So we have more angel wings, very similar. They've got something on their head as well. So definitely some kind of guardian that is possibly helping you to self-reflect. And there's the feeling of introspection here as well. So if it's almost like you never feel like you're alone. So you could thrive being on your own. But there's a feeling of real self-reflection. So maybe this guardian is helping you to self-reflect. Pardon me. I just had a drink of water, so I'm trying to half swallow and talk at the same time. This could be somebody, a guardian, that is helping you to self-reflect and to help go through those self-improvements, analyze things in order to live your most elevated life. And I feel like they're putting you with people or in circumstances that will help, I don't want to say force, but encourage you to reflect or turn the mirror back on yourself rather than other people. So you could be somebody who takes on a lot of responsibility. You could take on a lot of people's energy. You could be an empath as well. So you're really absorbing other people's energy, and you may not take time to get rid of that energy and to maybe reflect on your own needs, your own wants, your own desires. So I feel like this guardian is here to help you do that in this lifetime. One more card. What are you helping group 3 with? What are you helping group 3 with? Spirit, guide, guardian. What are you helping group 3 with? Ancestor. What are you helping group 3 with? And this could be somebody as well. I don't want to say, maybe they have, I'm getting this image in my mind right now of somebody who had a really nice, what are they called, dressing tables with like lots of really, I want to say fancy lights, but really beautiful lighting around the mirror. And they use that, not necessarily to, I guess, put on makeup and do their hair, but they feel like they took really good care of themselves. So that's almost part of that message too, is to help take good care of yourself and to really inspire that in your life. Choices, movement choices and decisions with the number 2. This is the 2 of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. So I also feel like they are around when you have big movements, choices, and decisions to make. As you need to reflect on that in order to make the most discerning, sound, appropriate decision for the particular time that you're going through. I really feel like if you call on this guardian, whoever it is, you could give them a name. Maybe you work with some guardian right now, but you could help them, bring them in, if you will, to help you when you have a difficult choice to make, to help you find the way, to help you see something you don't see. Because I feel that's part of their job, and they're part of the reason for them being around you or with you, is to help you see something you aren't seeing for yourself. Okay, you got 2 here. All right, so we have, here's a magnifying glass. Start fresh with the chickweed. And I don't know what chickweed is, so I'm going to grab the guidebook in a sec here. But again, we have that magnifying glass of seeing the detail of something. And so it's almost like they're helping you pull back from a specific situation or even look at detail of something. So there's this kind of zooming in and out energy that I'm getting from that. And we also have star energy, lots of star energy too. So star seed is something that I'm hearing. There's some more stars in here. So again, moving towards your North Star, moving up to your North Star, however you want to look at that. And then we have listen for spirit. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. With the barn owl. Now, barn owls could be have significant symbolism for you, as well as chickweed, if you know what that is. But I feel like there's something in the heart space. You're trying to balance head and heart here. And Harry Potter could be a movie or a book that you really enjoyed indulging in as well. Now, if this is an ancestor rather than a guardian, then you could have had some shared memories there with maybe they had a garden and you were in the weeds with them, if you will, or you could have watched, or they could have read Harry Potter to you. You could also have had an experience with an owl. Burning candles could be a way to connect with them. Just please be safe with the candles. But there is abundance. There's a feeling of abundance. There's a feeling of growth. There's a feeling of taking off and having the information to be able to move and make choices and decisions. So I really feel like they're helping you to gain that clarity or that information to move forward. So let's look at your tarot now. Spirit, guardian, angel, ancestor. 3 cards, please, for group 3. 3 cards, please. Yeah, I think you are in a bit of a place of feeling unfulfilled. And so you're looking for answers. Thank you. And owls are all about wisdom, knowledge, inner knowledge. And that's what that spirit is as well, is following that intuition, following your heart. Opening your heart to be able to hear spirit. So we have 9 of Cups in reverse, and I really feel like you aren't feeling the greatest in this particular situation. We have the 2 of Wands, yeah, and being in this situation, not being able to make a choice to move beyond it has been really challenging and difficult. And then the 9 of Wands, which is that energy of putting in the work to make changes, to see improvements, and possibly not seeing that. And so this is time to almost come back into self, I feel, and they're helping you again. coming back into self, looking at your life, not only the current lives, but the past lives and the future lives, and to reflect on all of those things in order to help you make choices in the future. Now, before we get too far ahead, I am going to take a peek at the definitions for this. So the chickweed, speaking of starting fresh, there's a fresh start welcoming you right now. And I do feel like because you are in kind of stuck where you are, this is the process to that fresh start. I don't think that fresh start would have happened without you being in this moment. Wherever you are, it's a fine place to begin. Tumble to any possible place for new growth, from neglected flower pots to abandoned urban planters. The chickweed chips away at old ideas on a foundational level, opening your internal windows to let in fresh thoughts, sloughing off what no longer serves. What is keeping you from making the changes you crave? Perhaps you've been hauling around insecurities or anger's quick silver flame. See who you are without those burdens. And she guides you to begin. And very, very similar energy to this time to reflect. It's like she is helping you through this fresh start, or I feel like you're at the beginning stages of it. And to open up that heart again, to stay open to the new possibilities, the new opportunities for growth, and to know that this guardian spirit, ancestor, angel is here to help protect that future. So the Nine of Wands can be a card of perseverance and resilience, and I feel that is within you. I feel you've got that down to a science, and maybe not something that you wanted, but there can be situations where you've put in a lot of hard work and you really enjoy putting in that hard work because it's very rewarding in one way or another. But there are other times where you've put in the hard work to the point that it becomes a burden and it really weighs heavy on your spirit. So I feel like you've done that to death, and I feel like now it's time to listen in for spirit and listen to your spirit, listen to your heart. And I do feel like there is a new future here. You might not be able to see it yet, and you might still be in this feeling of unfulfillment, but I feel with that resilience and that will to see different and to do different and to be in a different place, that is what's going to help you along here. And spirit is going to help with that fresh start as you move through this process here. And the wings of barn owls are so silent. Actually, any owls. I had one cross my path in the forest once, and I would have never seen them unless they flew the 4 feet in front of me that they flew. It was so silent and so large and so beautiful. And so it creates, it's almost like something's happening in silence or in the quietude of your spirit or your energetic field, or something on the other side is being orchestrated, something that you can't see, something that you can't hear. So there's almost like this underlying mystery that's going on in this particular situation. Barn owl has long been a messenger between the worlds, bringing word from the realms of spirits and ghosts. Barn owl hunts even on the darkest nights, her ears picking up the small chattering of mice and the soft sound of grass brushing against a rabbit's skin. Or maybe she simply senses their souls as they go about their nightly business. Close your eyes, barn owl whispers, and open your ears to the sound of spirit. So that could be something too, closing your eyes. I get meditation, stillness, just general rest and rejuvenation in order to connect in with that spirit. There is a time to push forward and a time to take a break. And so I feel like that's part of this balance, and what this mirror guardian is helping you with is to take time to reflect rather than push forward, because there's only so much that you can do within a particular situation in your life. So I feel like it's time to not focus on what you don't want and not focus on the delays that might be happening, and you may not be able to move forward in your life at this time or move on. But I feel there is a reason for this, and I do feel like this, where you are right now, is that process of starting new. But it's about focusing back on your own spirit, focusing back on your own feelings, your own thoughts, your own opinions, needs, wants, desires, passions. This is a time for you right now. And I feel like this guardian is helping you do that. So I'll get a couple more cards for group 3. I got names for pile or group 1, and I'm getting some names for you as well. Maggie, Marjorie, Millie, Mo, something with an M. Your name might start with an M, or your ancestor might start with the letter M, M-A-M-O. Regina. And I'll get into, once we get this last card here, one more card, please, Spirit, we will talk about synchronicities and signs. So you have yin energy, and we talked about, we just talked about that, how this is a time for self. This is a time to take care of yourself, and that's what that yin energy is. It is a time to receive attention, receive time and care, receive to see the details that you've never seen in yourself before. And again, we have another number 2. So 2s could be, we have another number 2 here. So we have 3 2s, and we have a 4th 2 here with exchanging gifts. So a give and take. And that's kind of part of this yin energy. I feel like you've done a lot of giving to people, a lot of pushing ahead, a lot of doing, a lot of taking on the responsibility, a lot of caring for others. There's a lot of outward energy with this 9 of Wands. But now it's time to receive. It's time to receive the things that you need. It's time to indulge in the things that you want, and to explore your passions, and to get to know yourself on a much, much, much deeper level. I think that is the fresh start. That is the beginning. That in doing so will change your circumstances, will change the 3D, and will bring a sense of fulfillment back. Here we have all of the cups upside down, which means there's a drained energy. You cannot fill up the cups because you are drained. You are spending too much of that emotional energy on other people. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but when we aren't refilling our own cups up, that's when it gets into dangerous territory, because we have nothing left to give when there's nothing left to give. So we have to constantly remember that we have to receive every once in a while in order to fill up those cups again, so that we can give, and we can give our all to the people and the things that we want to give to. And I think that is the gift that is happening in this particular moment in your life, is not only is spirit around you, but this spirit, angel, ancestor is around you to help you care for yourself and to help you learn how to receive. That is the gift. The exchanging gifts card does speak about signs, signals, and aligning synchronicities that could be in the form of meetings, opportunities to help bring you success. Everything is an exchange, so keep doing what you're doing, and goodwill comes back tenfold. So let's talk about those signs and synchronicities here. Owls, obviously. Hearts, candles. Wings, we have feathers here. We have feathers here with the Virgo card. Certain, if chickweed is something that you are familiar with, and again, this doesn't have to be something that you see out in the wild. This could be on TV, in an ad, in a magazine, on a podcast, on the radio, on a billboard, something. But rings could also, jewelry. As I mentioned before, I feel like this guardian or ancestor really enjoyed being not necessarily fancy in a bad way, but really caring for herself, maybe doing the makeup, maybe putting on jewelry that made her feel good, and perfume that was kind of sitting on that table. Cats could also be cats, ballerinas, fairies, could also be other signs, synchronicities to watch out for. But if chickweed is not something that you are familiar with, it could just be any white flower, really. So group 3, I hope you found some clarity, comfort, and guidance in this message today. With gratitude, I'm sending you my love, and we'll see you in your next reading.